human brain. What an amazing machine. Every day we learn more and more, and it's because the collaboration among different disciplines, neuroscience, sociology, psychology, and why not, philosophy, art. When I think about what we, the human beings, have achieved so far, it makes me feel as if they were not frontiers. The only frontiers for us is the imagination. Nonetheless, everybody knows, we all know what are our limitations, the limitations of our brain. I recently learned that the most energy-consuming task for our brain is making decisions. Yes, no, maybe it's exhausting, it's a nightmare. There is a concept in psychology called ego depletion or decision fatigue that implies that it seems to be that we only have a limited number of decisions per day. It means that this limit is exceeded, the likelihood of making good choices is very, very low, as it happens with this guy. Yeah. In the morning, he made a good decisions, but at the end of the day, he ended up eating the biscuits compulsively. Is it familiar for you? I'd like to illustrate this concept better. This is our brain. After 8 hours of good sleep, it's a glass full of beautiful blue pebbles. Every time that I have to make a decision, I will have to remove pebbles from the glass. Okay? Very early in the morning, I'm in front of my closet. What to wear?
What to wear?
I'm in front of the fridge. What to breakfast? To go or not to go to the gym? To be or not to be? It's 8:30 in the morning, very early in the morning, and my glass is completely empty. I cannot make these good decisions anymore for the rest of the day. I don't have energy. What can we do? It's a nightmare. There are too many choices. Even just choosing our cereals for our breakfast is a big, big endeavor. We also have to keep in mind that the chances of getting the things done and the likelihood of making good decisions decrease with the number of choices. That we have to make many, many choices all day. It's a nightmare. What can we do? We shouldn't waste our energies just making trivial choices. What can we do? Why not to have a lot of default options in our lives? Yes, default options. This is our solution. And how can we create default options in our lives? By creating new habits. I would like to share with you how I learned the mechanism of acquiring new habits in my life. It was only a few years ago. Have you heard the expressions with when the pupil is ready, the master appears? It happened to me. It was in one of my first yoga classes, and after that, the teacher came to me and told me, Patricia, did you like the class? And I said, that it had been amazing. She shared a personal experience with me. And when I was listening to her, I didn't know that my life would never ever be the same. She told me, Patricia, you have to practice yoga at least during 3 days per week, at least during 3 months, and your body and your mind will change. I must admit that her words sounded a little bit strange for me, but I followed her advice. According to the neuroscientifics, it seems to be that the time required to configure new neural paths in our brains it's from 20 to 40 hours. 20 to 40 hours. It is not a lifetime, is it? Everybody can create a new habit. Patricia, you have to practice yoga at least during 3 days per week and at least during 3 months. And your body and your mind will change. It worked. Of course, my body changed, but also my mind, because I had created a new habit in my life. As a software engineer, I learned how to program computers, but thanks to Crystal, my yoga teacher, the teacher who inspired me, I learned how to program my mind. This method always works. Yes! The program time, just 40 hours of repetitions, and you will have a new habit in your life. I verified it many times, dozens of times. Fill your life of default options by creating new habits, and you will have more energies to make good decisions and to focus on the things that really matter to you. Knowing how to program our brain empowers us, because we are not slaves anymore of our willpower. We can do it. We can think. It is possible. Everybody can do it. Keep this message in your mind. Yes, we can. We can change. Creating new habits make me feel free.